This feels weird. Hey guys, what's up? It is Kaylee. I am back. I thought that I would share my new reappreciated love with you guys, and that is books. If you can tell by the title, this is a book haul. I have so many amazing books to show you guys today. So let's just hop right into it. Okay, so the first book is actually one that I just started reading today, and that is The Silent Patient by Alex Michael. Everyone always mispronounces his name, and I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I have had my eye on this book for months, but I was like, I'm gonna wait till October to read this. This is about a girl named Alicia who one day just shoots her husband in the face 5 times and then never speaks a word again. Obviously, if someone does that and doesn't speak, you're like, why did you do that? So this, what did you see? A criminal psychotherapist, Theo. God, I can't speak. Theo is like, I am going to figure out why this woman did what she did. Everyone's like, you're crazy. She can't speak. Well, she won't speak. I am only like a chapter or 2 in, and I am already captivated. So I am so excited. This is huge on Book Talk and BookTube, so beautiful. The next book was actually not even on my TBR, but I was in Barnes & Noble and there was a table that was new releases in YA. And I found this little treasure. This is People Like Us by Dana Meal. So this follows along a girl named Kay, who is like a soccer star, has all of these big colleges lined up that she could go to, and her and her friends discover a dead girl in the lake. And now Kay is getting emails and messages from this dead girl for these little scavenger hunts that she has to do, or else her secrets will be revealed, which could pretty much ruin her life. I think that's amazing. It kind of is giving me One of Us is Lying vibes by Karen McManus, which I love. So I'm very excited and glad that I picked this one up. This next book. So this is Love and Other Curses by Michael Thomas Ford. Michael Thomas Ford, with one book, has climbed up the ladder of my favorite authors. He wrote the novel Suicide Note, which is beautiful. I read it in 3 hours. But when I saw that he had another book, I was like, I have to read this. So basically what I can get from the synopsis is that there is this boy named Sam, and in his family, if you fall in love before your 17th birthday, that person that you fell in love with dies, which gives me very big practical magic vibes. It's kind of a mid-length book. I think it's a little over, it's like 345 pages or something like that. And as you can see, it is LGBTQ+, which is a lot of what I've been reading recently. So excited for this one. Next, we have another book that gives me vibes of a movie, and that is The Inheritance Games, which gives me very big Knife Out vibes. This follows along a girl named Avery who inherits this man's fortune, and she has no idea why. But she has to go live in his mansion and go there. But the thing is, his family lives there, the people who did not get his fortune. I'm very excited. This is also part of a series, which I did not know. Then, of course, even after the bookstore, and I was done and I spent way more money than I needed to, I went to Target because I had to pick up some things, and I had to go in the book section. The first book that I picked up is 5 Total Strangers by Natalie D. Richards. I've heard nothing about this book. I just picked it up because the title intrigued me, and its synopsis is beautiful. So basically it's about this girl named Mira who is headed home for the holidays, but an incoming blizzard cancels those things, and she's at the airport, and the person who she was sitting on the plane next to on the plane, that makes more sense, was like, hey, I'll give you a ride, I'll take you home. She's like, cool, great. She gets in the car, there's a bunch of other people in there. She presumes that the girl Harper, these are all her friends or her family or something. But then she comes to find out they're all strangers, and everyone has a secret, and one of them is supposedly putting this entire trip in danger. So that sounded fantastic to me. This next book, I know even like really big readers are not huge historical fiction fan, but that is one of my favorite genres. The Things We Cannot Say. That book is beautiful and you need to read it. This is the Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. I love anything regarding World War II and the beautiful stories of those who survived, and even those who didn't survive, the atrocity and the evilness that was the concentration camps. So basically, this man is a tattooer in Auschwitz who has to put the numbers, you know, they're stripped of their identity, their names, and they have those numbers that they're identified as. But he's a fellow prisoner, not a Nazi doing this. He is a fellow prisoner of them. One day, he meets this girl who is just crying, and he's trying to console her. It just won't work. But he is determined to survive these camps with her and then one day marry her when they are free. And it involves a lot of sneaking around, as did anything in terms of surviving these horrible camps. And I just know I'm gonna cry because I always cry with books like this. A pretty short read, so I'm very excited, but that does not mean it's not jam-packed with emotion. So this is the only other actual romance book I got, and it is The Love Hypothesis, which has been all over BookTok and BookTube recently. This is about a girl named Olive who is going to get her PhD, and she is on her way to living this happily ever after until Adam comes along. And they are now in this dangerous game of professor and student, as a young woman who is in college currently and one day hopes to achieve her PhD. I think it's a very cool concept. Don't plan on falling in love with any of my professors, but you know, this book might give me some ideas. Just kidding. And I've heard this is a very big grumpy sunshine trope, which I love. Next book is All These Bodies by Kendra Blake, and I am so excited for this one. So basically this takes place in the 1950s in the Midwest. Hi. And all of these families are being murdered in their homes, in their cars, and when they are discovered, they are completely drained, but there's no blood anywhere on the scenes. And then there is a murder in September in, I think, Minnesota. Yes, Minnesota. And this girl is there. This young 15-year-old girl is there, and she's covered in blood. And the police at first think she's a survivor of this, but then they realize that none of the blood on her is hers. I am very intrigued. This has serial killer vibes all over it, which I love to read about. The last book I got is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. I just finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this is obviously the sequel to it. There is also a third one. So I guess I have to explain the first book first. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is about this girl named Pip who is doing her senior thesis about this murder that happened in their town 5 years prior. It was a girl named Andy who was supposedly murdered by her boyfriend Sal, who then killed himself. And Pip does not believe that Sal did it, and along with help of Sal's younger brother, she tries to uncover this mystery. So in this book, she creates a podcast and tells the entire story and the investigation of that murder, but then someone else goes missing in their town. You know, she promised to not do any more investigating. She has to. I'm so excited. This is quickly becoming a very fun series for me, and I can't wait to read this and get to the last book. These are all of the books that I got today. As I said, very big mystery, thriller, crime-based books, but I think that's the best vibe for October. Like I said, I know this is a very different type of video than I've ever done before. They're usually vlogs or makeup based, which I still love and I still plan on filming, but reading has become such a huge thing for me and such a huge outlet, and I think it's finally gaining the traction again in society and in media that it really needs. So if you guys want to see any other book videos, I would love to. Any recommendations, any sort of tropes, the books that you want to see, I would absolutely love to do that. But that was my haul for you guys. I'm gonna go read this book now. I'm so excited to just keep digging into this, and I will see you guys later. Bye.